Cleveland sucks, everybody.
Average Dude has something to say about...
Yeah, everybody, Clevelanders tend to get really defensive and say Cleveland's not that bad. We're not Detroit. Well, you know what, Cleveland? You're not Detroit. You suck balls. And it's not because your sports teams suck and you constantly lose and you never get anywhere and you always get your hopes up. And it's not even because of all the county corruption, Jimmy DeMora and Frank Russo and whatnot. It's because the citizens of the Cleveland area themselves need to go to the Cleveland Zoo and take lessons from the baboons on how to conduct themselves in public, because Clevelanders are ridiculous. Yeah, this is episode 35 here. RTA violence. Cleveland public transportation problems, and boy, do they have a bunch of them. It all starts out with I see. Where are you idiots on the internet getting your info from? They're saying that a man in his prime, a full-grown man, the bus driver, brutally attacks a teenage girl. This is not a teenage girl. Shidea Lane is 25 years old, and she is definitely not a teenage bopper, although she acts as immature as hell. And Artis Hughes is not a virile man in his prime. He's a 59-year-old dude who's been on the job for 22 years. And let me tell you something. Nobody in this situation looks good. Nobody. First of all, good Lord, Artis he's been on the job for 22 years. He risks his retirement as well as his job. Stupid. And Shidea, let me start on this one. She doesn't pay her bus fare. Go figure. The driver's going to require that you pay your bus fare for providing transportation. Wonder of wonders, Shidea. Wow. This happened September 18th at the Beachwood RTA bus stop. Look, on her way to work. Oh, great. On her way to work. Nice. So she's from Beachwood. Go figure. For those who aren't familiar, Beachwood is where the rich areas are. Moreland Hills, Pepper Pike, Beachwood, what's called Millionaire Row. Wonder of wonders. For those who aren't familiar with Cleveland, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been to the city, I've been to the area, it sucks. The citizens suck. From the rich areas on down, the richer the area, you get the snobism. These people are so ridiculously full of themselves, they'll run you over with their cars. How dare you be a pedestrian? They're too good. Their shit doesn't stink. Well, yes it does. They suck. And as you go down from the suburbs and into the crapper, you know, the ghetto and the barrio and those neighborhoods, it's the other way around, where the drivers are on their best behavior because they're scared. Because you have the pedestrians are out of there. They're walking around having, you know, kind of shuffling around the street back and forth, having conversations with something in the air that doesn't exist. So the drivers are terrified. But that's Cleveland in a nutshell. Cleveland sucks. This woman doesn't pay her bus fare. And she's from, apparently, Beachwood. Way to go, bitch. Okay, basically, Shidea Lane, she boards the bus without paying, claiming, quote, "I left my book bag." Eventually, she paid her fare. Guess she had her book bag after all. Funny how when the shit hits the fan, you finally had your money, Shidea. Wow, looks like someone was trying to get away with a freebie. I mean, 3 witnesses report that they all describe Shidea as out of control from the moment she boarded the bus. 2 of them indicated she acted like she was drunk. So right there you have written statements to the police indicating how out of control she is. The second witness wrote that Lane was loud and obnoxious from the start, spit on Hughes, and started hitting him. Well, you know what? There's a couple videos out there, though, and we'll get to those, because the video shows what actually happened. Okay, chances are you've seen the one video because it's viral and all over the place. YouTube actually requires you to log in to see it because it's had so much traffic, and it's actually not the best one. It starts with Artis Hughes actually uppercutting her from that. It doesn't show what happened before. There was another passenger on that RTA bus that was a little further back. In fact, that person caught the other video takers moving forward for a better view, and you see in the video the one getting the... You see it. You see it right there. So I'm actually posting, look down below on this, and you'll see a link to the other one that shows a lot more of what happened. And you get to see, quite frankly, nobody looked good in this situation. The passengers looked absolutely ridiculous and promoted the stereotype of urban people to a T. Way to go, Clevelanders. And then you get to see Artis and Shidea do their thing. Okay, in this video, you see they yell at each other. And passengers move in for a closer look rather than immediately calling the police. They have phones, but they have to they got to get those videos, got to make those viral videos. Way to go, citizens of Cleveland. You don't use your phones to call the police and do what you're supposed to do with those phones. Instead, you take video and try to get, yeah, Clevelanders. Way to go. Woohoo, way to make Cleveland look really good. You hear the passengers saying nigger this, nigger that. Yeah, they act like they are attending a live location recording of a reality TV show. In this case, it might as well be called Stupid Asses in Cleveland. Watch it. It's coming to a location near you. You hear Artis eventually say, quote, he's yelling at her, quote, I'll bring my daughter, I'll bring my granddaughter to whoop your ass. Way to go, Artis. Shidea answers, quote, okay, well, bring him, nigger, bring him, and I'll beat their asses too. Good, Shidea. Way to go. Artis says, looks like somebody cut your face up. Shidea shoves him, so she put her hands on him first. Artis gets up and says, you're going to jail, and then he uppercuts her. And that is what went viral. That's where the first video that went viral started. So you don't see what Shidea did. She is just as guilty as he is, if not, oh man, she instigated the thing. Yes, you have to pay for your fare. Passengers at that point huddle in close to get a better view. Yeah, the passengers are just as bad. But even worse, Shidea was not arrested at the scene. Following, she was transported to the restaurant where she works by police officers. You've got to be kidding me. So Shidea attacks a bus driver attacks her, the people on the bus are shouting, oh yeah, oh shit, and nigger this and nigger that, and instead of calling the police, and when the police get there, they provide free transportation to her workplace. Oh, good Lord, in the aftermath. Let's take it from there.